Morning Coffee with Cliff, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I actually do love going live in the shorts feed because I know it shows up and people that aren't already subscribed connect with me. And I love it because I'm growing a community of progress here. Hey, that's one of my goals right now is to, gather more people in my YouTube family on my YouTube channel. So, hey, authentically, I am being real with you. I want to, increase my area of influence. And I think that's something we could all strive to do. And let me know where you are in the world. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. I'm on an island. And wow, I'm able to still live stream in real time all around the world from an island in the middle of the St. Lawrence River. So let me know where you are at. Fortune favors the bold. And so take action and get involved in the chat. I want to know where you're from. I want to connect with you. If you haven't already, bang that subscribe button hard and join the community of progress. Good morning. Morning Coffee with Cliff. Hey, I'm glad you're here. And I really want to talk about authenticity this morning. Being real and why that has such value and why people really are attracted to it, why people really connect with other people who are authentic. And I want to get into that this morning with you. So, hey, I'm glad you're here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, everybody. This is Cliff Yates, retired LA County Sheriff Sergeant, podcaster, author, many facets, just like I'm sure you have many facets. And that's how I love to approach people and meet people, knowing, hey, this person has a lot to offer because they have focused on things that I haven't focused on. And so I would like to learn from them. And when you go and meet people on that plane where you want to learn from them or you are interested in them, I have found this to be the most truthful thing is that to be the most interesting person in the room, you have to be the most interested. Show interested in people in the room and you're going to end up being the most interesting because you are interested. And that's kind of a opposite side of the coin when we go into a social circumstances, right? We want to communicate and tell people about us and who we are. And that's our way of connecting with people. In a better way, flip side, everything has a polarity. It's better that we are interested in other people, in them. That's going to cause them to be interested in us. And sometimes it's hard to cement that concept when we go out in the world and we're actually field training. Hey, I'm glad you're here, everybody. I'm Cliff Yates. I'm glad you're connecting with me. I like to go live in the vertical mode of YouTube. I know it shows up in the shorts feed. People jump in and out. So, hey, hit the subscribe button. I'm all about a community of progress. I'm about self-improvement, personal growth, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. Why? Because 40-some years ago, I changed, and then everything began to change for me, and then I got hooked. I got obsessed, and hey, how can I get better? How can I become more? Not get more, but become more. A couple seminars, a bunch of books, and then as you make progress towards being that better person, then you just want more and more of the same thing. How you doing? Hey, I love this. This is kind of a great logo here. I can't read it. I don't know what it says, but I like it. Looks like a couple of, hey, that's an A. Thanks for connecting with me. It's all great to connect. It's funny. Well, maybe it's not so funny. You know, all these years of focusing on self-improvement, personal growth, and I think, oh, I'm a great communicator. And then I was just watching a podcast, The Diary of a CEO. I can't remember the author's name who was on there, but he was giving 5 steps to be a better communicator. And I was thinking, holy shit, I still have more room to grow. I have a long ways to go to get better and better every day in every way than I was yesterday as far as being a better communicator. And some of the things it said to do to be a better communicator, I saw in myself that I was doing a couple things still very, very wrong. I tend to want to fill the void, want to fill the spaces, want to keep regurgitating words if there is a pause in the conversation with someone. I want to fill that void. I feel an awkwardness where it's not necessary. We don't have to fill every minute, every second with words just because there's a pause, there's a void, maybe a little break in the conversation. Sometimes we need that, right, to think about what the other person has said. Maybe we need that to actually really think about our next response to what somebody has asked us or said to us. And so I think we can get better and better. I mean, I know I can. I'm learning, wow, some things I've been doing wrong lately is having that phone with me, having my phone available to me, even though I think, isn't it great that I turn my phone over so that it won't distract me? But still, that's there. And it doesn't need to be there. It can be in my pocket. Just think how crazy it would be if you went on a first, not any date or any meeting, and you left your phone in the car. Maybe people would ask about it. Oh, you don't have your phone with you? I left it in the car because I really want to be present with you. How many people do that? Not too many. And I'm going to start doing it. Why? I like to do the extraordinary. I want radical change. I want radical improvement in my life. Hey, if that resonates with you, subscribe to the channel. One of the reasons, on top of wanting to go live in the vertical mode of YouTube, is because YouTube pushes shorts, and I know I'm connecting with people who aren't already subscribed. But the other reason is I like to go live because there's no notes here. I don't have a teleprompter. And so now I'm being authentic. This is the outside of the original cottage. I don't have a green screen behind me. It's not AI-generated visuals. It's real, raw. And now you can know that just because, hey, I'm live. Thanks for connecting, everybody. I don't know where you are in the world, but welcome to the Cliff Yates channel. You're in the right place. If you, in any way, and I know you do deep down, you want to become more, you feel like you are meant for more. I know at 68 years young, I'm still meant for more. I have that inner drive. If that resonates with you, then subscribe to the channel. That's one of the reasons why I'm going live this morning. Morning coffee with Cliff. Glad you're here. Hey, listen, fortune does favor the bold. Jump on this chat. Let me know where you are in the world. Hey, I'd like to hear a good morning from you. And that'll mean a lot to me. And it's going to mean a lot to you. I'm going to tell you, always great content on my channel because I'm going to be always all in 100%. I work very hard at trying to create and share content that has some damn value to it. It's not frivolous. Okay, I try to be a little bit entertaining on occasion. Bringing humor into a conversation or a situation is very, very important. Hey, as a cop for 35 years, you're constantly in stressful situations. You're constantly in high stress, a lot of times life-threatening situations. And breaking the tension with humor is really important. That was when I was a cop. Well, we can do the same thing in real life. Looking good. Hey, I love that. Oh, I love that lion. Looking for a job. F2F interview is, looking for a job. Let me tell you something. You're going to get there. I got faith in you, my friend. I got faith in you. You're going to get a job. You're going to get a career. And you're of great value. Arkansas, can you believe that? Oh, man, Arkansas, I'm glad you're in the house. Hey, everybody from Arkansas. I'm going to tell you why I value knowing where you're from. When I first started creating content, I guess, if you want to call it being a content creator, it was 56 years ago. Kind of funny to say 56 years ago. When I would pick up my dad's Super 8 movie camera, and I would create little scenes in that movie camera, and I was actually editing on the go. There was no software. There was no internet. And I just loved creating these movies. And then I would have to get the film developed. And then when I got that film back a week or 10 days later, then I would feed it into the projector, right? And then I would have my mom and dad or neighbors or maybe my buddies, and I would have them over to show them the movie that we created. And that was the area of my influence. And so now to realize I can turn on a camera, live stream right now in real time, all over the world, it's amazing. And maybe you're old enough to have that perspective. You know, some people take things for granted because that's all they know. But as the years go by, it gives you a different perspective, especially if you've gotten yourself out there in the world and you've experienced things from all sorts of different views. You have many facets to your life and you have a different perspective to look at things by. And so I'm amazed and I'm thrilled that I can connect with people all over the world. And that's why I want to create content of value, because I just don't want to connect on a frivolous level. I want it to be deeper than that. And so, hey, I'm glad you're here. Northwest Arkansas. Hey, I love it that you're very specific, not just Arkansas. Northwest. I wonder if there are different parts of Arkansas. Maybe you can let me know what the difference in Arkansas is that you would want to say, I'm from Northwest Arkansas. Hey, glad to connect with you, everybody. I'm live in the Vertical Mode of YouTube because I know people jump in and out of the Shorts feed. Hey, if you're just jumping by, subscribe to the channel. I'm all about a community of progress, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. And so I'm doing these lives in the morning because I've been connecting with people all over the world. I'm talking Italy, Germany. I'm in the U.S., everybody, to tell you where I'm at. I'm in the Thousand Islands, New York, and I'm on an island actually right now. And I'm able to live stream all over the world. Never been a better time to be alive. Never been a better time to be alive. And so, you know, I was talking about authenticity a little while ago. You know, it's funny how important authenticity is when you're talking to people. Being real, who you really are. People have a bullshit meter, and they know when you're bullshitting, you're not being yourself. I have a friend, G. Dranzuli's a good friend of mine. This guy is over the top. I mean, he is audacious, crazy, speaks faster than I do. Many times I think, holy shit, G, you're being so rude to these people. I mean, you're jumping in the middle of their conversation. I mean, you're touching them. I mean, and you're just talking kind of crazy talk. But you know what? 5 minutes later, these people are his best friend. I mean, he has just connected with them. And they know that that's who he authentically is. They know he's not full of shit. He is so open. He is so crass that they know, hey, this guy is the real deal. And maybe they're put off initially, but you know what? They connect with him because he's being authentically real. And maybe it's because people who are more reserved, you know, maybe they're polite and they're friendly, but they're only communicating on a surface level. They're not willing to open up at all. They're not willing to put themselves out there, right? My buddy G, he's open to criticism, obviously, because they see this guy is so brash. I mean, you know, initially I know a lot of people are taken aback by him, but yet I'm telling you, within 5 minutes, he has bonded with people. You know, they have their arms around him. He has just met these people, and they feel like they want to take him home and give him dinner. And I try to model that as best I can while being my true self. Sometimes doing these kind of things, that's not who we really are, and I think that's okay too. That's part of being authentic, the differences that we have in embracing those things. Hey, everybody, this is the kind of things that I like to study, share, and really put out there. And it allows me to connect with people in a real way. Raw and real is what I like to call my lives in the morning. Morning coffee with Cliff. Hey, jump on the chat. Let me know where you are in the world. I really want to know. I'm in upstate New York. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Morning coffee with Cliff. I'm learning now to be okay with the pauses. Be okay with not having a feeling of having to fill in empty space. And I'm trying to learn to do that in conversations with other people, when I sit down with people, when I'm having dinner with someone. Definitely, I got to do a better job, not just having the phone in my pocket or upside down and not answering it. I have really improved, and I do not answer text while I'm driving. I've become very disciplined in that. Now, I still do sometimes live stream. I've got a little attachment on my visor. I live stream when I'm driving. That's probably not the best or safest thing to do, but I've been doing that. And I don't know if I want to change that. I'm a little rogue. That's who my authentic self is. I'm a little radical sometimes in my thinking, the way I do things. But you know what? We need to embrace our differences, you know? Be bold, but not a bully. Be kind, but not timid. And these are ways of increasing our authenticity. I'm telling you, I am going to do better and better about this phone deal. And I think we all can do a lot better. I am going to, there's a book out there called by Andrew Carnegie. One of the Carnegies, right? How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think it was written in the 1960s. If not 60s, the 70s for sure. I'm pretty sure in the 60s. How to Win Friends and Influence People. And all those philosophies and ideas work today. However, when that book was written, there were no cell phones and there was no internet. And so we tend now to think, okay, those things work, but I have to also incorporate, through the eyes of what's happening today in the context of today's technology. No. We can limit. I mean, if you however long you've been alive. Now, I've been alive 68 years. I know I have the energy, enthusiasm, and drive of a 29-year-old, but I actually am 68 years young. I know I have the physicality of someone 39, but I am 68 years young. And to think how we used to leave our house for the day, hey, bye, mom and dad, or whatever, see you tonight. We didn't have that lifeline, that tether, that cell phone. So it's good to have it available, but it really shouldn't be the dominating focal point of our day as far as when we're communicating with the rest of the world. And so I'm going to do a better job. And I am committed to that starting today. As much as I've studied personal growth, self-improvement for the past 40 years, always there's something new, something I can do better, a better way, a next level, a next step. And that's what hit me in the face today when I was studying and watching something about communication was, hey, man, the next time, hopefully I'll go on a date again. And hopefully, you know what? I'm going to do if I don't leave the phone in the car, I'm going to leave it in my pocket. And I want to send that message. No, I'm here with you. I'm 100% here with you in that conversation. Because you know how you feel when you're making a good point. You're in the middle of a conversation and then somebody breaks it. They break it to look away. Yeah. No, I'm listening, so keep talking. Oh, man, it's so distracting. It really breaks the connection with the other person that you're communicating with. And I've got to do a better job. I'm going to do a much better job of being more present. I've worked on it. Hey, everybody, thanks for connecting with me today. You're in the right place. If you're just jumping in and out of the shorts feed, I'm Cliff Yates, retired LA County Sheriff Sergeant, retired stand-up comedian, writer, actor, producer, and, podcaster. And hey, I'm all about how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. And I want to share that with you. I want to encourage you. This is not about me. And so that's the best way to go out into the world. I'm going to field train you to go out there and you be an encouraging fact for other people. You be a supporter of other people. You be somebody that boosts somebody else's day. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to come back at you tenfold. It's kind of a little selfish. You know what? When you start realizing, oh, no wonder people want to give. They're philanthropic. They're philanthropic. Yeah. Why are they doing so much charity work? And you realize, holy shit. Wow, when you serve others, you actually do get it back tenfold. You actually get more back than you put out there. Hey, everybody, Jim Milton. I love it. I'm going to put you right on the screen, my friend. And why not? You deserve it. I'll take a wow any day of the week, my friends. Whether it's good or bad, I'm going to take a wow. Hey, a wow is better than a pow. All right, Jim Milton, thanks for taking the courage and joining the chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. I am telling you, you know what, an attitude of gratitude. I did a video last night about an attitude of gratitude and, starting your day. Have that morning routine. So important. If you can win the morning every single day, and it's easy because the first thing you're going to do is start that morning routine. There's nothing that can stop you in the morning. It would be up to you to go right to your phone. It would be up to you to go right to the TV set. When you put those feet on the ground from waking up, you can actually start that habituated morning routine that you can establish starting now if you haven't already. And one of the things that I've read, seen, and everybody keeps pounding into my head because I keep seeing it, is to have that gratitude journal really every morning. I started with 10. You know what? 5 seems to be very easy. Write down 5 things that you're grateful for. See, you can't have those two opposing emotions in your head. You can't be grateful and angry and frustrated at the same time. So when you start your day, okay, here's my morning questions. What am I most grateful for in my life? I got to think of 5. Okay, my mom and dad, or my mom, my dad, whoever's still alive maybe, or I'm grateful for my spouse, maybe for my son, daughter, brother, sister. You know what I'm grateful for? The amazing job that I have. You know what you can come up with 5 things that you're grateful for. And if you start doing that every morning, that's part of your morning routine. I'm telling you, it's going to be so habituated that when you put your 2 feet on that ground, that floor of after you wheel out of bed, you know the first thing you're going to be doing is writing down what you're most grateful for. And then that can shift right into, hey, what am I most excited about in my life? What am I looking forward to in my life right now? Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for connecting with me this morning. I'm Cliff Yates, Morning Coffee with Cliff. I'm a retired LA County Sheriff Sergeant. Yeah, I was a cop for 35 years, and I'm still smiling, everybody. There's a way to do that. There's a way to change your thinking so that you become more of what you intend to become. Neuroplasticity. Our brain is malleable. We can change our paradigm. The multitude of habits that we've created through our input that we've gotten from outside, we can change it. It's an inside job, everybody. I've come to learn it. I put it into practice. That's why I like to share it over and over again, because it's that important for having a great life. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. We're in it right now, today. That's why vertical hug and kiss to you. Thanks for checking in with me, everybody. I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to share ideas with me, if you love, content that has value to it, something that I can apply to my own damn life, that I can actually try and use and see what kind of results I get, then you're in the right place. You are in the right place. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. That's why I like to go live on these morning rants, because there's no teleprompter. I have no notes here. I'm speaking from the thoughts in my head, through my heart, and out of my mouth. Through the heart is the most important thing. It's thoughts paired with strong emotions that have the biggest meaning. They're going to have the biggest impact on somebody else. And having a positive impact on another person, no greater joy. If you haven't done it, I want to encourage you to do it. And I want to be that for you right now, because then you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to pass this along to somebody else. And then you get to feel the joy that I feel when I have a positive impact on somebody else, because then I'm not in myself. Then I'm not so inner focused. I'm focused outside. Public speakers will tell you this. When they finally got over anxiety from public speaking, it's not that they don't have that energy, that nervous energy that they transmute in a positive way, but they now have focused on the audience, who they're serving. Maybe they focus on one person, but it's about them. I have this message that I know has great value. Now I got to get it to them. I want this person to get it because I know the positive impact it's going to have in their life. And when you have that intensity, that intention, I'm telling you, it's going to come back to you 100% of the time. All right, everybody, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks, everybody, for taking the damn courage to jump in on the chat here. I appreciate you. And I'm raw and real this morning. I love going live in the vertical mode because I know it shows up in the shorts feed, and I connect with people who aren't already subscribed to the channel. Hey, I'm Cliff Yates, and I'm in upstate New York right now. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, the St. Lawrence River. And there's two sides of the St. Lawrence, American and Canadian side. I'm in the American side. I'm on an island. And yet I can live stream all over the world. Never been a greater time to be alive, everybody. All we have to do is take advantage of it. We have such resources available for us if we'll just use them. All right, everybody, always be learning. Always get into that philosophy of I can learn more. What can I take from this situation? What can I learn from what's happening to me? What can I learn to what's going on and is happening for me? Isn't that a great distinction when you start changing the meaning that you give to things? Changing the meaning that you give to what's happening outside of you is going to change your inner dialogue, your inner talk, and that's going to change your vibration, and that is going to change your life, because we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. That's why you need to adopt the philosophy and thinking that you've already achieved mentally what you're going to go after. It's already done here. Now, it's going to have to manifest itself into physical reality, and it will, as long as it's a done deal here. Right? We're going to get what we already are. So create it mentally. Create it visually. Go into the theater of your mind and make sure that you have cast yourself as the star of your own life movie. Don't cast yourself, as many people do, as an extra. No, you're the star of your own life movie, and you deserve more. As a matter of fact, you're going to get more. As a matter of fact, you're going to attract more. And hey, thank you everybody for jumping in here. I'm glad we're connecting with a lot of great people this morning. We got Arkansas in the house. Yesterday it was Italy, Germany. I can't believe Russia. I didn't even know. I'm so ignorant sometimes. I didn't even know that they could receive YouTube videos in Korea. Somebody chimed in from Korea 3 days ago. Hey, I'm glad you're here, everybody. I'm Cliff Yates. I'm a retired cop, if you can believe that. You know, I was a cop who also did stand-up comedy. And you know what? When I did comedy, I used a lot of self-deprecating humor. You know, I made fun of myself, but I had a smile on my face. And a lot of times, because of people's perception of cops, you know, they didn't even believe I was a cop. I had to show them my badge after the show. Oh, you're not really a cop, are you? Yes, I'm really a cop. Why would I go on stage to say I was one of the most unpopular professions in the world? But a lot of people thought, hey, I was bullshitting, that I was just making that up as a persona for comedy, that it was fake, it wasn't real. No, I was a cop by day and a comedian by night. And yeah, you know, people used to tell me, you know what you should do when you go on stage? You should come out and start yelling at people, right? Start screaming at people. Start ordering them around, because then they'll believe you were a cop. Well, that's not my personality. That was not my personality as a cop. Even though I worked some of the toughest areas in Los Angeles, got involved in a few shootings, if I could, if the situation would allow, you know, I smiled and brought some joy to the situation. I tried to infuse some humor. And many times it disarmed the situation. Believe it or not, cops want to. Most good cops want to diffuse. They want to de-escalate. They don't want to use force all the time, because you know what? People track force in departments. And if you use a lot of force, you have a lot of complaints, you're going to be in big trouble. They're going to try to limit your contact with the public. They may pull you out of the field. And if that's what you love doing it, you better watch what you're doing. Hey, everybody, I'm glad you're here. Retired cop. Can you believe it? Retired stand-up comic. Although, are you really ever retired from being a stand-up comedian? I think you're just not performing right now. You're just not being on the stage, because at any time, I can find a stage to perform on, and maybe I will. I have a lot of things I want to talk about, and I like to put humor in everything I talk about, so maybe I should perform a little bit more stand-up. It's been 5 years since I've done any. I know I could get back on that stage. All right, everybody, I'm glad you're here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Morning Coffee with Cliff. And, hey, I'm getting to wrap it up as soon as I'm done with my coffee. Hey, even though I'm on an island, I got my weights here. I'm going to get after it today. It's going to get done. And, hey, I want to encourage you. I want to support you, because there's no better way that we can support ourselves, that we can push ourselves and get to the next level and get better every day in every way without helping other people. If you want to help yourself, help somebody else. I am telling you, that is one of the keys. You've got to adopt that philosophy, that way of thinking. If I help somebody else get what they want, that's going to be the best way to help me get what I want. As a matter of fact, they're going to help you get what you want by allowing you to help them. No greater joy than having a positive impact on somebody else. I hope you have that philosophy. If you want it, you're going to find it here on my channel, because that's what I talk about. That's what I study. A lot of it has to do with our thinking. I'm talking even our physical health, our physical training, the muscles that we have. It's going to start with the brain, the mind. Actually, it's going to start with the universal mind that's going to use our brain. The mind is really unseen factor in all of this, right? When somebody dies, they do an autopsy. They don't find the mind. They find the brain, but the mind is not there. And so the mind is really something that we are going to connect with on a daily, minute-by-minute basis. I'm so glad you're here, everybody. Thanks for checking in. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Join the community of progress. You got the balls to do it, don't you? I know you have the gumption, right? Hey, listen, I want to connect with you in a raw, real, authentic way. That's why I go on these live morning rants, because you know damn well I don't have any teleprompter. I don't have any notes. I'm coming at you with who I actually am, the real person. You know, if you want to be authentic with other people, you know what? You need to be present in the conversation. Actually listen to them. Don't just hear them. Actually listen to them. I learned that in my improv classes this past year when I took 2 improv classes. And they played games. And the games have a purpose. The games are to increase scene work with another actor. But the games are designed so that you can't mentally time travel back or forward or try to anticipate and prepare a canned response, so that you are unable to be thinking in your head, oh, I know what I'm going to say when I get a chance to speak. And so those games prepare you to actually be a better listener in real life. You're no longer going to have something that, oh, I can't wait to share this thought. I got to hold this thought. And you're thinking and having this internal dialogue while the other person is talking, when you should be more invested, involved, and present with what the actual person is saying right now in real time. Forget about that thought. If you can't hold it there, let it fly out. The important thing is to be totally present with somebody else. You're going to connect with them in a real way, on a deeper way, and not surface level. Powerful stuff. If this is the kind of stuff that resonates with you, subscribe to the channel and join me. It's a community of progress, everybody. A community of progress. It's a family of progress. Damn it. I'll always be 100% in. All the content I create is intentionally meant to be of value. Whether it is or not, I guess it could be argued. But I'll tell you right now, I'm open to learning always. I'm open to putting myself out there. I'm open to criticism, because that's the risk you have to take if you want to really connect with people on a real way. Just like if you want to have a real relationship with somebody, you got to risk being open-hearted. Okay, you've had your heart broken. All of us can tell a tale of woe about being heartbroken. Some people never open up again. They build that wall around their heart, and guess what? Yeah, they've achieved something like they wanted to achieve, that no one else can hurt me again. We have got to open ourselves up to be hurt again. Once that scar tissue heals on our heart, open the doors again. Why? Because it's risk-reward. The reward of a deep, loving relationship is priceless. And so open yourself up to that if you want to. A lot of people don't want to. I'm just finding so many people now. I'd rather be, hey, hello, Josh. Is it Josh Lynn McDonald? How are you, my friend? So glad that you had the gumption. You had the courage. You took the initiative. You took the initiative to leave a comment. I appreciate you already. I'm glad you're here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Listen, hey, I'm Cliff Yates, retired cop, stand-up comedian, actor, producer, writer. I'm a podcaster and I guess a content creator. But hey, I'm focused on all things self-improvement, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday, a better communicator, a better friend, mother, father, son, daughter, maybe brother, sister, I don't know, neighbor. Hey, it's all great stuff. And right now I'm coming to you without any notes, no teleprompter, nothing, no AI generated background. This is not a green screen. This is the outside of the original cottage that I'm at in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Hey, listen, I love going raw and real because, hey, I know who I am and I know whose I am. So I have confidence enough to come out here and open myself up, sometimes to public criticism, but that's okay because on the flip side, I connect with so many great people, so many wonderful people. They join my channel, A Community of Progress, and they leave me messages. And they say, you know what you said, did, it resonated with me. I've joined your Community of Progress. Hey, I subscribed to your channel. I got a lot out of that. And I liked your other video. I loved your podcast. Hey, that's what we're about. You not only, listen, if we admit it, if you'll admit it, all of us have a deep desire, at least to expand and express. We all want to expand and express. We all want to grow. How big does a tree grow? As big as it can. Hey, how much should we grow? As much as we can. And you got this. You can do it. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for connecting with me this morning. Morning Coffee with Cliff. Hey, you're getting me fired up. I'm getting excited. I think I feel the energy coming back to me from a different place in the world. It's all about the vibration that we create and are attracted to, that gets attracted to us. Thank you, everybody. Hey, I'm glad you're stopping in. Morning Coffee with Cliff. All things personal growth, self-improvement. You got this. Let's get after it today. Appreciate all the comments today. I'm glad everybody's jumping in here. My birthday is on next Saturday. Well, happy birthday to you, my friend, because you know what? Why is it important? I've never really, my wife, soon to be ex, always celebrated birthdays. But birthday is a very important thing. You know why? If we didn't have it, we wouldn't be here. It is an important day for sure. All right. Thanks for checking in. All right. Josh Lynn McDonald. So glad you're here, my friend. All right. I'll tell you right now, it's great to connect with other people, especially this way. And that's what I'm about. Personally, how I can get better every day in every way than I was yesterday, but I want to share that with other people. I know the value of sharing thoughts and ideas that if other people take it to heart and put it into practice, it's going to have a great influence on their life. And I just got obsessed with this because 40 years ago, I was in a negative place, a negative mindset. I know what I was attracting and creating, but I didn't know that I was actually creating it until I changed. And then everything began to change for me. And then I got obsessed with, holy shit, what else can I do? Okay, I know I was the cause of a lot of my problems, but I also see, oh shit, I'm also the solution. And that got me excited. What else can I do? What else can I try to do? What else am I going to do with a decisive action? Jocelyn McDonald, hey, 250 years celebration. Welcome to America. Love America. We love America. And why shouldn't we? And no matter where you are in the world, you should love America because we are the city shining on the hill. Why? Because I don't care if you're in Germany, Italy, you can actually sometime in your future come to America and you can become American. It's actually possible that you could do it. I can't go to Japan and become Japanese. Can't happen. I can't go to Germany and now I want to become German. But you can come to America from anywhere, regardless of race, color, creed, religion. You can become an American. You can take advantage of the freedoms that we still have. Some of my Cuban friends are just the most loving of America because of the perspective they have of living under communism. And they actually, a lot of them, they left everything behind. They left their houses to the government. They left their money. They came to America with little in their pocket. And a lot of them have created amazing businesses because they get there and they say, holy shit, what do you mean? How many businesses can I start? As many as you want, as many as you can. What? How much money can I earn? What's the limit on the money I can? Unlimited. You can earn whatever you can earn. What? Holy shit. And these Cuban Americans, I am telling you, a lot of them are driven to be great business people. It's just an amazing thing to see. I get excited by it. It gives me great energy. I'm all into America too, my friend. And I'm learning more about our history. I feel so embarrassed. I just went to Philadelphia in April with a couple of my friends they like to visit Revolutionary War sites, Civil War sites. And I started getting into some of the history that I had obviously forgotten from school or never learned. And wow. See, a lot of times what's being highlighted today is the mistakes, the bad part of American history. But the thing is, we're not perfect. We're perfectible. We keep getting better and better. Yeah, we had slavery, but then the whole world had slavery, and we were one of the first to get away from it. So we're not perfect. We're perfectible. It's allowable. The Constitution allows us to change, to get better, to improve. Yes, let's not erase the negative things that happen, but also let's acknowledge the people who, in all sorts of backgrounds, made a big impact on our country. And I remember visiting Valley Forge, and what people endured during that time was like, I don't know if I could have done it. But maybe if you're in it, you do it. I don't know. Hey, I'm glad you're here, everybody. Hey, live streaming this morning. Morning Coffee with Cliff. I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up. I'm glad you're here. I like to go live, vertical mode of YouTube. I know it shows up in the shorts feed. And I connect with people who aren't already subscribed. And I get the next quality person. That's you. Subscribe to the channel. You will not be disappointed. All of the content is raw. Well, it's not all raw. I have a podcast. I have 2 podcasts. And I do have long form content that I design. And then I do it with intention and purpose. And it has a message. But I also like to go live on occasion and just turn the damn camera on, because sometimes I get sick and tired of AI generated BS. Things that are overly polished, overly edited, they're not real. And so I think a lot of us have a desire for authenticity nowadays, what is raw and real. That's why sometimes you connect with people. Hey, they're not the most polished, right? They don't have the best manners. I was thinking of a friend of mine. They're a little rough around the edges when they talk to people and communicate, but you know what? They're real. You know what? They're being who they are. And you know what? That is very attractive, and people are drawn to those people. I'm thinking of my good buddy, G. Drinzuli, who's kind of bombastic. He's kind of crazy. He's all over the place, but he gets right in there. He doesn't wait to break the ice with people. He's in their face, arm around their shoulders. And it's only 30 seconds in. All right, what do we got here? 2 billion Christians, 0 videos of a miracle. I don't know what that means. I think there's miracles every day. I see miracles all the time. I mean, that's what I see. You got to have faith. Regardless of your religion, you got to have faith. Now, I follow a guy, Bob Proctor. He was in the movie The Secret. Bob Proctor had a definition of faith, which I thought was fantastic. Let me know if this resonates with you, this definition of faith. Faith is the ability to see the invisible, believe in the incredible, which will allow you to receive what the masses call the impossible. The masses. Listen, I mean, look around. And I know, hey, listen, I feel you're probably a high achiever. If you haven't been, you're going to be starting today. Look around at the people who are really addicted to being mediocre. Mediocrity. I mean, they are really willing to go with the flow, and they have no interest in becoming better. They want to survive, right? They want to avoid danger. If they were a sailboat, though, they would never leave the harbor. They would never untie those lines, right? They're never going to sink because they're never going to take a chance. They're never going to risk. No risk, no reward, my friends. Don't be foolish. But why not step out there and see what we can do, right? See how far we can go, how far we can grow. Why not try it out? Let's test ourselves. put ourselves to the test. We don't need anybody else to do it for us. We can do it ourselves. Self-reliance, not only in achievement, but in testing ourselves. Do the hard things because they're hard. That's why we want to do them. All right, everybody. I have a cat. I do not have a dog. You have a duck and a dog. Shit, that's unusual. You have a duck and a dog. God bless you. You are unique. I don't have a duck. I have a lot of ducks around my island here. I see a lot of geese. And I tried to discourage them when I first opened up the cottage because geese shit is everywhere when I get here. And so I do not. I have a cat. I love dogs. I don't like leaving dogs. And so I don't have a dog right now because I travel, I move around a lot. It's heartbreaking to me to leave a dog. A dog wants to be with you and show you love all the time. They can be heartbroken themselves if you're not around a lot. They really connect with you so strongly, dogs do. My cat, my wife wanted us to get cats 19 years ago for the kids. The kids could care less. They don't really like cats. Well, the kids are in their 30s now, and they're all grown up. And the damn cat, I love my cat, but it's 19 years old and not slowing down. All my friends, their cats died 8, 9, 10 years old. My cat, 19, still going strong. All right, Morning Coffee with Cliff. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. Thanks, everybody, for taking the time, the initiative to leave a comment in the chat, to interact with me here on the channel. I appreciate you. As always, attitude of gratitude no matter what is happening, because we never know why something might be happening for us. It kind of seems sometimes like, wow, Lord in heaven, why did you set me back? Why did you give me this lesson? Me too. I love it. All right, my brother. Thanks for checking in with me. Thanks for connecting. I am telling you right now, let's make this a great day as we can. I try. It's not always easy to limit your time traveling in your mind. When you want to talk about time travel, we do it all the time in our minds, right? If we keep looking back all the time, I mean, we should bring forward. I should bring forward my 68 years of wisdom, but I shouldn't be constantly looking back. Oh, remember those times? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look back. That's tragic. Oh, man, that was such great moments. Well, I'm here now. I'm here today. This is also going to be a great moment. Hey, we have great memories, and it's great to dip into them on occasion, right? To appreciate life, to have those great memories, to build great memories. It's awesome. But we don't want to live in the past. It's okay to look back and enjoy great memories, but it should fire us up to be creating new memories right now, this moment. If we're not growing, we're dying. I see a lot of people. I am telling you a lot. I know, because I'm 68 years young. And the amount of people in my age group who are fired up about anything, who are working out, who are intent on continuing to learn, is very, very small. The pool gets smaller and smaller. I can't be around those people unless they're interested in getting better every day in every way than were yesterday. Not too many people. They're content. Listen, I'm happy. I'm content with what I got, right? I'm contentedly dissatisfied. I'm so happy with my life, but I'm not satisfied ever. I want to keep driving, keep moving forward, keep connecting with new people, keep creating new businesses, keep doing different things, keep learning more stuff. It's exciting. I want to still be excited. I want to still be enthused. I am not letting that go. I have the finances to sit here on my deck, feet up, and never try another thing. I'm not going to do it, everybody. I get no satisfaction out. Life satisfaction. Tony Robbins said life satisfaction comes from making progress towards a worthy goal, and I think that's so true. We may not even get that goal. That's all right. Sometimes we can bake into the process the enjoyment. It can be part of the process. If 90% of the time you're in the journey, only 10% is on the achievement side, Why would we wait to enjoy it? That's a small part. Let's put the enjoyment on the big part. They're going after it. We can do it. We can create it because we have the power of what we think about. And we have the power to attach meaning to whatever we want, to whatever thought, to whatever circumstance is going on. We have the power to put the meaning on it because the meaning that we give to things is going to totally dictate how we're going to react and go forward. All right, I'm so glad you're here, everybody. What do we got, a Canadian flag now? What's that about? Hey, listen, I'm in the St. Lawrence River, everybody. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, which means there's a Canadian side and there's an American side. I interact with a lot of Canadians. As a matter of fact, last year, I took my jet ski over to Canada. I was so surprised. You know what? There's people in Canada that have a lot of money. There are so many beautiful cottages along the St. Lawrence River on the Canadian side that are just like, these places are resorts. They're castles. I mean, there is some big bucks on the Canadian side. Apparently, there must be some entrepreneurship going on in Canada because these are individual cottages, and they're flying that Canadian flag. So there are people that are definitely doing well in Canada. I'm so glad you're here, everybody. What's this about? What is your favorite music? I love it. Great question, everybody. Thanks for checking in with me. Hey, more people are jumping in. Let's get a few more thousand people to jump in here. I'm Cliff Yates, everybody. Yeah, I was a cop. Can you believe it? 35 years. And a stand-up comedian. I know that doesn't really go together, but that's what served me well, not only on the police job, but also in my comedy work. And now, listen, I'm excited. I'm all in. I'm invested in how I can get better every day in every way than I was yesterday. Somebody just asked me what my favorite music was. Well, you know what I love? This kind of goes against what I was saying about quit time traveling back, and having such maudlin thoughts about the past. It's good to bring, but I love listening to my 70s classic rock when I'm working out. It really takes me back. I have to say, back in the 70s, man, some of those bands and those folk singers, like the Best of Bread. Oh, my God. America. Who else? Oh, my God. John Denver. Oh, my goodness. Some of these bands in the 1970s, the Eagles, I mean, they wear their emotions on their sleeve. And sometimes I'll be in the gym listening to that music, and I'm like, am I going to start crying now? So as much as I said, don't live in the past, live in the now and the future, I got to tell you sometimes. But in answer to your question, I'm sorry. I love all kinds of, I find that I love all sorts of music. It really does cross all genres. I love country music. I really do. But then I love pop music. I don't like heavy metal. Although I've heard some songs, I go, wow, I love that song. And then I find out, oh, shit, that's a heavy metal band. And so you never know. I go with what I like, right? My brain tells me what I'm really attracted to and like. And when I am just open to hearing all sorts of music, then I find I'll end up liking music that I never thought that I would. I might say consciously, I hate heavy metal music. But then, it'll come across my Pandora feed or something, or somebody will share a song with me, and I go, holy shit, that'll be great for a video. And then I realize, oh, shit, that's heavy metal. And so I'm open to all sorts of kind of music. Hey, thanks for checking in, everybody. Morning Coffee with Cliff. We're winding down here. Almost an hour into the feed. Why? Because I like to go raw and real live. Authenticity is so important and attractive nowadays because too much AI-generated bullshit. Not real. AI, fake, green screen, overly polished. We have a need and a greed for things that are real. And I'm raw and real this morning. Morning Coffee with Cliff. If this resonates with you in any way, subscribe. Hit the damn button. We're growing a community of progress here. I'm glad you checked in. Oh, I love Elvis too, man. Elvis had such great, that one, I Have a Dream, or A Bridge Over Troubled Water by Elvis. Holy shit. One of my favorites. Welcome to My World. Oh my goodness. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. I'm not a singer, but I love those words. My Way by Frank Sinatra. Oh, I love it. Unbelievable. I've got to finish up my coffee here with you, my friend, because I got to get after it. I got to get after my workout. And it looks like we have a lull in the interactions. So I will work on finishing my coffee. And then I'm going to get on with the day, everybody. I'm so glad you connected with me in a real, raw way. Did I ever tell you? You're awesome. Thanks for checking in, everybody. I'm Cliff Yates. You're in the right place. All things self-improvement, personal growth, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. If that resonates with you, then subscribe to the channel. Do not be shy. Fortune favors the bold. Morning coffee with Cliff is just about done. And so that's it. All right, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.